I'm Bex Parker. I'm a detective constable stationed at County's Manukau District Headquarters. I'm currently working on Crime Squad, which is a 24-hour shift work role where we respond to serious crime, whether it be serious or sexual nature, arsons, things like that.
Constantly free, be asking who's close to wrong on my school.
Being a detective constable is very high energy and fast paced. It's a full-on demanding job, but that's why I love it. I really had a passion for wanting to help people, so at 19 I got accepted to police college. Everything was going well. It was quite a stressful course and a lot of hard work, and it was the end of winter and we're running in the rain and stuff like that, so it was very challenging. And we came back over Christmas and I didn't feel too well. I lost a lot of weight and I was just back and forth to the toilet all the time, and I actually had a really sore butt cheek, and I just went into the local hospital and they told me to go straight through to Wellington Hospital, and from there they started discussing Crohn's disease. I'd never heard of Crohn's before, so in Wellington Hospital, lying in my hospital bed, and my partner decided to Google it, which wasn't the best thing because she read that you could die from it, which obviously when you're 19, stuck in a hospital bed, wondering what's happening to your life, and you hear that you might have a disease that you could die from, was really scary. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified. Managed to get through the last bit of my course, graduated and everything, passed everything I needed to, came back to Auckland, and that's when they told me that I had Crohn's disease. Some of the symptoms with Crohn's disease is blood in the stool. You've got not being able to stomach food, cramps, diarrhea, you name it, all the things that we don't want to talk about, and that's why I just happy to talk about it, because we need to talk about it more. Like, I'm the kind of person that's very upfront with Crohn's disease. I'm quite blunt and just say, yes, I have problems with my gut and my butt. So through all my operations, I had several attempts at trying to close this fistula. The next option was an ileostomy bag. It was one of those things that, like, I put on weight, I felt good, you know, I could exercise again without feeling as tired and things like that. Like, I still had Crohn's, but the symptoms were a lot less. Whilst having it, I was on light duties, as we'd call it, and I was stuck in the station and wasn't allowed to go out. So I couldn't actually do the job that I signed up to be, which was out on the front line on the beat. If I had this bag, I'm not going to be able to continue as a sworn officer, just because you can't wear the vest. It was really, the ball was put in my court, and I knew what decision I wanted to make. It was pretty easy, you know. I wanted my career, I wanted my life back, essentially. Nearly a year later, we decided to have the reversal op. I thought, well, that's fine. Surgery hasn't worked for me. What are my other options? And that's when I went out and saw a naturopath and came up with some alternative ways of managing. So I'm definitely still on medication, and I'm not saying that I'm cured because I've changed my diet and my lifestyle, but it has done wonders being gluten-free. And yeah, just sort of getting in some exercise, but nothing too strenuous. You know, I live out in the Waitaki Ranges, and just being out and about, fresh air, going out to Piha, things like that, those things clear my mind and help relax, and it's all about relaxing. With having Crohn's, and one of the biggest side effects is fatigue, and that's probably my biggest challenge. But I think enjoying my job helps. It is a demanding job and it is hard work, but I guess I'm living proof that you can do both. Being told that you have Crohn's disease and there being no cure was hard. I read a quote once, and it was, "You're given this life because you're strong enough to live it." And I just have to embrace that. As an ambassador for Crohn's and Colitis New Zealand, I think using my job as a police officer to show that, you know, we can still work in the workforce, and also just for people with Crohn's, knowing that it can be done and you can manage it. And I think just in general, just drawing awareness to it, that if you've got sore stomach or you've got problems, don't be afraid to talk about it and go and see your GP.